Mini, you say? Hey guys, Vick here, back with another review. Today we're looking at this, the Youde Athlon 25 Mini. Now, I know what you're thinking, this don't look that mini. It's not that mini. What it is, right, they did the Athlon 22, which was a 22mm sub-tank. They did the Athlon 25, that was a 25mm sub-tank that had 4mm capacity. And now they've done this 2mm capacity version, presumably for EU TPD, TRPR, regs. However, the reason mine looks particularly not mini is I've actually put a 2mm extension tank on, taking it back up to the 4mm that our colonial brothers in America are able to enjoy freely. So I'll show you the extension tank, but basically you can buy the extension tank separate, taking it back up to 4mm. But as it stands, it's a 2mm tank, 25mm diameter, comes with 0.15 stainless steel coils that are recommended between 60 and 120 watts. I am currently at 90 watts and it's vaping a little bit like this. So as you can see, it has a certain vape style to it. What we will do is we'll go down low, I'll show you it really closely, and then we'll come back up top for some pros and some cons. Okay, see you in a sec. Alright guys, here we are up close with the Athlon 25 Mini from Youde. This is the box, that's the packaging. These are a pack of spare coils, and this is the extension tank. We'll come back to both of those. So this is the box. This is what you get. You get your tank, you get a spare coil head. This is the 4-coil head. This is stainless steel, 0.15, 60 to 120 watts, and that is the 4-coil one. Want a little look at what's going on in there. I'm going to just stick that in after this up close section. Spare glass tank and stuff. Underneath this plastic there's a little manual and stuff like that. All good, all good. So this is the Athlon 25 Mini from Youde. Drip tip is removable like this, but it's like a Cleto-y type thing, so I don't know what on earth else is going to fit on there. You've got adjustable airflow here, like this. Easy as that, and that's on both sides. You can see it says Athlon 25 Mini on the barrel there. You can see where it's wicking in there. You've got your base here, 510. It's nicely protruding, but do be careful on mechs and things. So, one aspect of this which I think is quite good is they've got all the TPD warnings on the box. It's a 2mm tank and all that good stuff, and you can buy this separately. So this is the 2mm extension tank, and you simply take this out like that, and adding this in to it turns it up to a whopping 4mm. Flying everywhere. There we go. So adding that on there like that turns it massively up in capacity. That is where you top fill it as well. Stick your juice in there to top fill. It does change the looks quite a bit, turns it into quite the thing, but it's worth it for the extra capacity, I think you'll agree. If we turn it down this way and we unscrew the base in a traditional style, there we go, your coil pops out like that, and there is your coil all juiced up. It's had some quite heavy use, this, and it's done okay, So putting that like that, looking in the box, the box of coils that is, and you can see it's the same ones as these here. So this is the coil that they want you to use. Looking at a clean one here,
You can see it's 60 to 120 watts, stainless steel, and it's sort of like a spaced quad coil situation going on in there. Not bad, nice wick holes and stuff all the way around, so all good times. Good stuff. And it's cool that it comes with a spare glass tank as well. I'll say that while we're down low. So putting it back together, slot this back in here like that. Turn this like that. And there we go. The Athlon 25 Mini. Let's go back up top and that.
Okay guys, that was the Athlon 25 Mini up close. So they've covered their bases here, haven't they, really, with the whole TPD situation. It's got the warnings on the box, it's been registered, it's on the list, and you can buy a 2mm extension tank separately. So they've done a good job in terms of understanding the regs, being on board with the regs, etc. So I've got to commend them for that first of all. You know, 2mm tanks for these high power sub tanks, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? So I think this is a clever option. It's a nice option in terms of that, because, you know, 4mm tank, like I've got it set up now, is happy days compared to a 2mm tank. So that is a thing. In terms of pros and cons, I've probably first got to show you how it vapes, because it'll make more sense then. So even though it's got gargantuan airflow there and there, and it's 60 to 120 watt coil, the airflow's really tight. The airflow's really tight. If I show you the actual coil head, you've only got these 4 little holes that the air's coming through, and these holes get smaller when the wicks get all wet. So the holes get very small. So I don't think they've quite done their maths on the airflow, but the airflow is very, very restrictive compared to modern high power sub tanks. I'll give you a vape and I'll show you what I mean. So it's quite tight. The airflow is quite tight. Now, what that does is, if you really try and drag it really hard, give it a really hard suck, you actually end up getting juice in your mouth, because you're asking too much. You know, there's not enough air for the amount of air you're trying to pull, and you're just vacuuming up the loose juice that's on the coil head. If you take a nice steady slow drag, as I did there, it actually vapes really nice. So it depends whether you're prepared to do that as to whether that's a negative or not. What I will say is, by just slowing and smoothing that vape down, the flavour's very, very good, and the cloud is very dense as a result of doing it in that restricted fashion. So the vape is quite nice, but you can't suck on it really hard. I know that seems really strange thing to say, but you can't suck on this really hard or else it doesn't work. You have to sort of just do a very steady draw. You know, most people, when they're at 90 watts of a sub-tank, they'll be just doing a really quick in and out and what have you, but this doesn't really allow that. So it's got a very unusual way of vaping in a way. To some people it will just seem like I'm just vaping normally. I don't know, but I'm actually just taking a very steady draw. It's very unusual, very unique. I was very taken aback by it. I tried a couple of coil heads just to make sure it wasn't the coil head. It's not. It is the coil head, but it's not, clearly not a fault with the coil head, because they're all like that. So yeah, it was that's a funny one. And that's my main negative, really, and it depends on how you feel about it as to whether it's a negative, but that's my main one, really. It sort of forces you to do a very slow, steady draw. It's because it's actually really restricted in there. If you try and go too hard at it, you just suck the juice up. Beyond that, though, you know, it's well put together. It vapes really nice. Obviously, a negative to some people will be its looks. It's quite a strange looking thing. I'm not sure why they went with blue on these O-rings either, to be honest. I'm not sure how many people are vaping on a very, very light blue mod right now, but yeah, so it's kind of strange looking. It's kind of funny looking. You can't really change the drip tip either. So those are kind of your negatives. But in terms of the actual build quality is very good. The price will be very affordable. It'll be widely available because it's Youde. The flavour's excellent. If you vape it like this, the flavour is excellent. The clouds are very dense because you're doing that very steady draw. So flavour's good, no leaks, no flooding. Top fill's good. I like that it comes with I like that you can get the extension tank for it. That's really good. There's a lot of positives within all that, but it's just got this very unique vape style. So it's one for you, really. What do you think? What do you think of what I've said about this airflow situation and the way you've got to vape it? What do you think? Put in the comments. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. I've been vaping Vic, and I'll see you again soon.